up, everyone? This is Troi and I'm here with a video. And I was about to say something. Well, first of all, I'm taping this camera and this tripod together with this janky tape. Well, actually the whole setup is janky, but I'm gonna try to make this quick by sharing my Pretty Soldier Sailor Moon materials collection book. I got a lot of requests. Well, not a lot, you know, that's exaggerated, but I got a few requests to make more Sailor Moon related videos. And what happened was, I don't know, I just kind of fell back on that. Couldn't think of really what else there was available that I had that I could share. Although I really do have more things. I don't know, I just hadn't shared them, I guess. But, you know, I'm going to heed that request by several people by doing so, sharing these material collection book. I bought this material collection book back in the beginning of 2002, and it had a little advertisement dust jacket or slip with it, but I guess I tore it off because it got messed up. Anyway, here's the cover, and it's very beautiful as always. And I don't know if I'm gonna share the whole book, so I'll go through some of the pages, and if I decide to just make another video, then I'll do that. Anyway, let's go ahead and open it. And there's this beautiful picture here of Sailor Moon. But you know what? I don't read Japanese. I mean, hiragana and katakana I could square with, but you know, kanji is just not my zhish. But I love this pink paper here. And there's a little transparent sheet here with the Pretty Soldier Sailor Moon. Of course, one of the classic pictures here. Can't read it, don't know what to say. I know it says Sailor Moon and something 1. I guess called the classic season 1. Oh, and I love this right here. This is what Naoko Takeuchi, if I say her name right, this was her original concept for the costumes and that sort of thing. And there was so much variation in them that I personally believe that it would have just took too much work to draw each of these costumes this way throughout each manga panel, the panels in the manga. So of course he simplified them, and their variations in their costumes were a little bit noticeable, but not as drastic as these images portrayed. I will say that I read somewhere, and maybe because she got some criticism for these particular costume setups, but I think I read somewhere at one time that while she did draw this image, she don't remember actually drawing it, if that makes sense. Maybe she was just kind of curve a question regarding these fascinating costumes. But you can see Sailor Moon's is pretty much the same. Mars is so drastically different, like all the way different. Mercury's is different also. Venus, hers would have been her Sailor V costume, which is pretty much the same. And then Jupiter's is totally different as well. Personally, my favorite is Mercury's, but I do like how their costumes are all kind of uniform. You know, the end result. You know, with the exception of Mars having heels, Mercury has the knee boots, and Venus the Mary Jane shoes, and Jupiter the little ankle boots. But with that being said, I don't like how in the last season, Sailor Stars, how their uniforms really became uniform, if that makes sense as well. But I do miss the little variations that they had in the very last season. So moving right along, this is supposedly all of her early concept art for Sailor Moon. I think that I do not like this pink. That is just too much, so I'm glad she changed that. And as many of you know, Sailor Moon's hair originally, when she transformed, it was going to be silver, but it would have appeared as gray, so her editor made sure that she changed it back to blonde as Sailor Moon, although that's not shown here. But here's the tiara here. Hopefully y'all can see. But yeah, I'm not really feeling that pink. It's just too much. And then her first transformation brooch, and a tiara in color, her little hair pins, and something else I was looking at. Oh, her transformation pen, her disguise pen, which is cute. I always wanted a disguise pen. Disguise power! Change me into a sexy diva! That's what she should have did. No. What I was gonna say, okay, here is Usagi, excuse me. Here's Usagi in her regular school uniform, looking cute as ever. Her bun's a little flat right here and right here though. But she's still beat though. Really, these pictures look like they're probably, I mean, this book came out in, God, I can't remember. Like I said, I bought it in 2002, but I think it came out earlier, way earlier than that. I can't remember. Let me see. Hold on, I gotta check. But what I was gonna say was that I feel like the 1999, if that's correct, I feel like these were some later shots, not so early as in the beginning conception of Sailor Moon, you know, as far as like she was first conceived in the early 90s. So maybe by between 90 and 91, you know, not necessarily predating Sailor V, of course, but these just really look like they were drawn later on. Because if you really pay attention to Naoko Takeuchi's style, as if regards reading that particular manga and then her work earlier than that, you would notice the drastic difference in her drawings, and these look like something that was probably later or maybe even in the middle of her progression. But moving right along, here's Mercury in another variation of her costume. I love the little translucent sleeves that she has going on here. That's pretty, that's kind of cute. And then she has the little bow in the back where her dicky is, or her choker, however you want to say it. And all these little draft panels of her transforming, how she throw her pins in the air. I love how her hands is like whoop when she throws this pin. And here she is in her school uniform, the winter version, the fall version, and then of course with the spring and I think summer in Japan, and she would have the sleeveless look. But she is so cute. I love her blue hair. But let me tell you something. I never can decide whether Sailor Mercury or Sailor Ju. Listen, okay, let me just explain myself. Okay, my very first favorite Sailor Senshi, of course, is Sailor Venus, and then after her, there's Mars. After Mars, this is the inner Senshi. After Mars, there's Sailor Moon, and then I can never decide whether I like Mercury or Jupiter. Like they're always bar and bar with one another. Sometimes I really like Mercury, and then sometimes I really like Jupiter. But nonetheless, I think she is so cute here. I wish that I would really grasp Mercury a lot more, but child, it is what it is, alright? And then here's my girl, Sailor Mars. And then there's her little pendant that's supposed to be, or brooch that's supposed to be, you know, in the sort of hem of her uniform. I love how her stilettos originally had like little jewels right there in the what do you call that part of the heel, the curve or the heel of her foot. Look at these little dorky pictures, or at least this one is. She is so cute right here. She looks so much in the manga, like the final drafts or whatever, the final images or whatever. They all look a lot more mature than 14, but here, right here, she actually looks like she could be a 14-year-old girl. Right here in the middle, but they all look there. See, like, look at how mature she looks right there. She's like a high school student right here compared to up here. But the bitch is still cute. Loves me some Ray Hino Sailor Mars. And of course she has her school uniform, her private school uniform, because you know she went to a different school than all the other girls for the entirety of the series. And then there's her, what's it, her Fuki, something like that. Child, Yukata, you know what I'm talking about, Gary. And then Sailor Jupiter. Here's the early concepts of her. Well, supposed early, you know what I'm saying. But there's her little flower. There's a cherry blossom belt with a little bubble with the cherry blossom pieces in that she would occasionally use. You know, that thing it'll pop in and out of panel all day long, similar to Sailor Mars's little brooch too. But yeah, in and out of panel, it will show up. One panel's there, next it isn't. One panel's there, the next it is not. Nonetheless, I think it's cute. And I love how in the I think earlier in the manga, her antenna was always present, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a minute, but you know, later on, that's it started to shoot up and then, you know, gather electrical energy and all that stuff when she called upon her powers. And you know, I just realized that they're one of their fingernails, one of their hands is, well, not them two, but she has the glove off, and she has a glove off to show that they're nails. Anyway, here she is in her school uniform. You can tell it's too small because you can see her navel right here, which I'm sure is very much inappropriate. But, you know, it's just a testament to her character. It's, you know, she's like the tallest girl. She's sort of a tomboy. I really love that sort of juxtaposition between, you know, her being not only a tomboy, but her also having dreams of owning a floral shop as well as a bakery and that sort of thing. So, you know, she just a cool character. I love that complexity about her. And I think this is a cute picture. I always loved very early on in the series when they all had, I just love variation. I love differences. So I always loved when they were not all wearing the same high school uniform, where there was always some differences. And this was one of my favorite differences. Although it's kind of like, girl, where the color at? But anyway, here's these cute pictures. She actually looks 14 in these pictures here. And then, of course, later on, that's all out of the window. But here is my girl, Sailor Venus, Sailor V. If y'all can see me, I'm swinging my hips to my girl, okay? But, yeah, Sailor V, you know, I gets down with her. We put it that way and keep it simple. But look at this glove here. Like, she got a yellow glove with a ring on it. That's not cute. It's not. Really, that's not cute. But, everything else is pretty much on point, except her sleeves are kind of yellow too, which that's not cute either. Like, they don't need, what she came up with at the very end result of their uniforms was on point. Like, that's how it should be. But I love Sailor V. I just feel so much inspiration for this character. Like, literally, I loved Sailor Venus / V before, like, as far as before she even showed up in my first episode of Sailor Moon. I mean, just from the opening credits, I knew that she was going to be my girl, and it became true. But anyway, this is her school uniform. Well, not her school uniform, but her Sailor V outfit, which is probably pretty much the same as it ended up being in the final results. But, you know, here's her school uniform. Loved hers as well. I love the little tie here, the little sailor tie. And then she has this cute picture here. Just such a cutie. They're all cute, though. But yeah, it's cute. If I could read this stuff, I would let y'all know what it say, but I really can't, okay? Forgive me. I made like a B or a C in Japanese. But this is a little guide to show their height differences or whatever. And strangely enough, I don't think this is how the end result was, but it looks like Minako is like just the second tallest girl in the group, but I don't think that's exactly true. I always saw it as, okay, Makoto, and then maybe Rei and Minako tied, and then Amy, and then Usagi being the shortest. So here's Tuxedo Mask, and Prince Endymion, and Mamoru, what's that man name now? Mamoru, you know, I can't say it real fast like the Japanese, but you know what I'm getting to. Anybody watching this video know what the hell I'm talking about. But in any regard, here's Prince Endymion. And I don't know, this picture is cute, but it's something that's a little off balance. But you know, I love Naoko's style of drawing, because she does draw these really elongated limbs, and you know, she was inspired mostly by fashion and fashion models, you know, to draw. A lot of her really great drawings were inspired by actual fashion images and editorial work. But I think that, you know, I actually lost my point. I lost my point there. But at the end of the day, this is a cute picture. That's just what I'm trying to say. This is this cute picture, okay? And this is even better because I love that little accent of pink and green that's going along with his little dark tuxedo outfit. But anyway, here he is looking fine and everything. And then here's these little sketch drawings of him with his shades and stuff. Those shades look like some damn VR shades or something. But here's Tuxedo Mask as he is. I'm trying to looking at the coloring. I can't figure out whether she used well, to me it looks like watercolor, but not necessarily. I mean, I guess it could be Copic markers as well, but from what I'm seeing it's watercolor. But I don't know, something about how that looks is just, I don't know, like a little messy, but it's cute though. You know how it is. So here is like some early supposedly, you know, I put that in quotation marks, images of Luna. And you know what, they're cute, but I do love what she finally came up with Luna. And what I mean by is, you know, you can see like she has those little tufts of fur around her cheeks and jaws. But you know, the Luna that we ended up with is very much smooth and round and just has a really chubby and circular face. But this is cute nonetheless. And I believe that's Diana, if I'm not mistaken, because there's a little purple there. And then Artemis, you know, but Artemis actually, I could see Artemis with the little tufts of fur around his cheeks and jowls, though. Maybe that's because he's like a little man cat, and that would be like some kind of, gosh, I don't know, like some kind of accentuation of a mustache. We'll keep it at that. But look at this cute little fairy. I don't know what the hell she was going to do with this. Oh, you know what? This may have been, well, if I could read it, I would let you. You know what? I actually have this book translated, or translation of this book in like some far off stash place in I don't know, it's somewhere. I printed it out on one of my teacher's computer like a long time ago. But I wish I could remember what this was, what this little version of, if it's Luna in a fairy form. But I doubt they've seen these two forms are together. Unless she's transforming into her. I don't know. Or if it's just like, I don't know. At the end of the day, those who are watching this video, you are free to let me know in the comment section what the hell this means. Anyway, it's cute. So it could be a tattoo if you think about it. And here is Sailor Moon's family. Her mother, what's it? Ikuku. Ooh, Jesus, I'm messing this woman. I'm butchering this woman name. Ooh, she gonna kill my ass. And then here's her father, Keninji. And then Shingo right here looking cute. Oh, chubby face self. But anyway, her hair is beat. I've always loved her hair. It's real cute. Let me see if I can get it close. And look, is she over here daydreaming about a diamond ring? Girl, you can't spend all your husband's money on no what's she gonna I'll look at her like she crazy. Nah, I already married you. You ain't get no diamond ring, shawty. And then here's her friends. The Molly, you know, Molly in the English version. And for some crazy, Naru-chan. I actually had to read it. I can read that much, okay? Naru-chan here. I was gonna say something about her, but I kind of forgot what it was. It was related to the anime. But I think what I was gonna say was that, you know, she slowly got phased out, which was kind of sad. But I think in the manga she kind of stuck around a little bit more, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and read them, but she was always cute. And then I think he is Umino, right? Japanese name Umino, Umino-kun, and you know his English name was Melvin. And then here's these two girls right here. Her name is Ku, is that right? Ku and Naina. Y'all, child, you know how I feel. Child, I told y'all I got a B and a C in Japanese, okay? So correct me if I'm wrong, but don't be giving me no shade. And then here is Naru's mother here, which is, girl, she is so, I love her look. She is wearing the hell out of that dress, okay? And them pearls and them diamonds, she is doing it. And Miss Haruna, who is always cute. I just think everybody is cute pretty much. And here we go with Jesus. Okay, his English name is Andrew Matoki. Is that right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but you know it is what it is. But Matoki looking cute. So here's a good question: who is cuter? Who is finer between Matoki and Mamoru? Leave your comment down below, and I'll keep my comment to myself. Okay, just to see what everybody gonna say. But here he is right here again, and that's his girlfriend, Rina-chan, I believe. But I loved when she came back. Well, you know what? I loved every episode she was in the anime. But I loved when she kind of came back in Sailor Moon S as like a lab assistant. I wish that Naoko did much more with her, but at the end of the day, she was a cool lady. I think I just like everybody, to be honest. Moving right along, here are the bad guys. Jadeite, Nephrite, kunzite. Oh, I feel so bad. What in the chile? What in the hell am I thinking? Why did I suddenly... Oh my god, this is so sick. How did I... Jedi, Nephlite, Zoisite. Oh, I am a hot ass mess. How the hell did I forget Zoisite's name? You know what? I usually watch Sailor Moon, the anime, and sometimes read the manga, but I usually watch and read the manga all year round. So that means like I'll watch one season, just move on to the next. Like after school, after work, whatever, I just watch, and just keep going over. And looks like I'm behind, because if I forgot Zoisite's name just now, as much of a fan I am of the series, then that is a freaking problem. Nonetheless, moving right along. Glad they changed. She changed. Well, you know, he had two names, Malachite and Kunzite, but I think Kunzite was his Japanese name, right? Yeah, that's it. That's definitely it. But this outfit, he looks kind of child. Like, she ain't put no effort into that outfit for real. His ending one was much better. I love that variation in those colors right here between these two guys. That's nice. So with that being said, let's do a poll here. Which of the four generals do you think was the finest of the group? Personally, I would say my favorite one, it definitely wasn't Zoisite. You know, me and Zoisite, we were like, you know, just wasn't the business, okay? And it probably most likely wasn't Kunzite either. It had to be a tie between Jedi and Nephlite. I like Jedi's short blonde, and I love Nephlite's chestnut waves. So it'd have been a tie between them two. Then we gotta move on to the queen bitch of the whole area, Queen Battle. This picture right here is smoking hot. I love this image right here. And then this one as well. But then Queen Barrel here looking stunning as ever. Love her hair, love her wickedness, love this cute little one here. You see that? Like, what is she doing? She must have ran across a crystal or something. Child, you never know what she looking for. She look for every damn thing she can get her hands on to turn the whole entire world evil. But she was cute as her little handmaiden over here too. I thought she wasn't a handmaiden. She was just a witch, I guess. Yeah, we'll just leave her as a witch. But at the end of the day, she was all plain and proper right here before she turned supernova, ugly and wicked. But I really do like this cute little version of her. So now Princess Serenity, all the little wispy little drawings of her, wispy dress, wispy hair. And Sailor Venus coming out of a shell. Kind of interesting there, okay. But anyway, Naoko Takeuchi, she is such an inspiration to me. I just always looked up to her artwork. I just love her style and everything in general. So looking at these images kind of bring me back to those beginning and earlier days when I was really studying her style and trying to draw like her and trying to, you know, imitate her style of drawing. You know, I think it's because it's so bare and, you know, there's the limbs and the other characters. All that stuff is so... The necessary pieces of her, of the form, is all present there that I could really copy and work my own way to before I added like garments and that sort of thing. But this is just, I really love this. Like, even if she would just leave it like this and there was no finished result, I still think these two drawings are really pretty. And girl, look at Prince. Ooh, good. Queen Serenity. I'll say Princess, but Queen Serenity, look at how she's standing. Oh my gosh. You better, if I move this, the camera is gonna hit. But look at her. I mean, she better throw that hip. I'm talking about she threw that hip out to the side, girl. She cocked it to the side and then hold on to her dress or the veil or vein or what do you call it? Or the train. That's what I meant. But anyway, the girl, she got it going on. To easily put, she has it going on. And I really love this picture here. Picture of her. I love her eyes there. I love that gradient effect that Takeuchi put into her eyes. How they were like a kind of a purplish blue that moved on into like this yellowy whiteness. Sort of like what you would see in a moonstone. That's kind of correct, right? And I think I'll stop it there. That's the first. Well, I'll do these season by seasons because these videos are probably going to be long, and we're moving on to Sailor Moon R after this one. So see you next time. I'll just leave this book here, and see you in the future. Sailor Moon.